Hey guys, Emily here with Orchard Creek Homestead. So it's been a while since we put out a video of our property, and a lot of that is because we don't have a camera right now. But we did get some new cell phones a couple of weeks ago, so I'm trying this out to see how the quality is. But it is spring! Yay! It's a wonderful spring day today. And I thought I would take this opportunity to take you on kind of a tour around the property because we've been working on some things, we've been planting some things, but we are fixing to make so many changes to the property and introduce so many new things over the next month or so. So I kind of wanted to take you through and show you what it looked like now, so that way when we come back later on in the year, probably around the summer, you'll be able to see what it was like now versus what it was like then. All right, so let's go. All right, so most of what we've done to the property is in what is technically our front yard, but we use it more of like a backyard since we're so isolated. But one of the big things we've been working on is our fence. So we've been fencing in part of our property, and it goes down there, down the hill, it goes into the woods, across the creek, and it goes all the way up to our barn, and then over in that area as well, and it cuts down across the woods. And we are so close to getting finished. Rob thinks he has maybe 2 more weekends of work left to do. Him and a co-worker started stringing the wire, and so that has been amazing, and we are on the home stretch to getting it all done. You kind of see where they stopped down there, but we ended up going with woven wire instead of high tensile just because it would give us more options to what we want to be able to keep within our fence. So we want to do goats, turkeys, cows, sheep, you know, whatever comes to mind, and we want to make sure that it is as contained and safe as possible for the animals, and especially since I will be having to take care of them by myself at times. So being able to make it more difficult for animals, make it more difficult for predators to get in and the animals that we have to get out. So that's what he's been working on. We've also worked on trimming the grapevines. So we have this one that we trim completely, and then the other one we started trimming, we just haven't quite finished it yet, and at this point we probably won't trim any more off of it. We still need to kind of redo the post on the grapevines, especially on the one up there, but that'll be at another time. And we do have to get the gate panels hung. So there's going to be a gate there, I believe one on the other end, and then another one way down the hill. So we do still have to get those hung. But we are so close to getting everything finished to be able to get bigger livestock animals in here. We are on the home stretch, and I am so excited to be able to have, you know, our little stable in there filled with like goats or sheep or whatever we want. I'm so excited. And then our barn, chicken coop, nothing new and exciting with them right now. Our garden is getting pretty much completely redone this year. We're going to expand the boxes and do 2 more boxes on this side. We're going to move the archway into the center so it makes more of an opening and be able to do cucumbers over top of those. We also expanded the garden. We brought it out this way by a lot, and this is going to be kind of my herb area. We were going to do boxes, planter boxes, but right now this year I think I'm just going to do pots so I can go ahead and get planted. But pots over there of herbs and stuff like that. This area is going to be for the kids, like a mud corner. So we have some flags there because we have something exciting there that we're going to do. So in that pile of mulch that's existing, we're eventually going to put a fig tree. But where those little flags are, we are going to get a she shed and get a rather large she shed that we're going to use for storing all of our outside stuff, the food, for the livestock. We're going to when we brood our chickens, we're going to use that as like the brooder house. And it's really going to be a great space. We're going to hook up solar panels to it, so we don't have to worry about running electricity this far. And I'm really excited about that. That'll probably be closer to the fall though. So this area has become our orchard that we're working on. So we just planted these like a couple of weekends ago. We have 2 apple trees and a pear tree back there now. We are going to get another fruit tree in place right there, and maybe another one on that side over there. I really would like a couple of plums and apricots, so that'll probably be what we end up getting. And then this hump down here is going to be where we do our blackberry canes. I just picked those up from the extension office plant sale earlier today, along with a couple of other blueberries. So we're going to do our blackberries there and have a little blackberry bramble going. So there is our asparagus. We had some early ones come up that got smoked by the frost. This is where I've been working on the other grapevine. It is as good as it's going to get for this year. But this one we didn't trim at all last year. So this one really was starting from square one. But you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 posts there that have fallen over in the year. So we're going to eventually take all of those out and replace it with just one single post. So right now in the 2 beds that we have in our garden, we have garlic, and this is the garlic that I planted last year. I did a video on garlic planting. It was looking great, and then a couple of our chickens jumped in on this end and kind of messed up just a few of the plants. So we clipped the wings on the chickens so they can't really get out of their area right now, so they won't get back in here. But the garlic itself is looking wonderful. And then that bed over there is where we are going to plant our onions. So I will be uploading a video on that about our onion planting, because we started a couple of weeks ago getting the bed ready, and we'll be finishing it probably tomorrow if we have good weather. But as you can see, you know, completely blank slate on the garden. Like I said, we will have 2 more raised beds over there. This will be where our tomatoes are back there, pots with herbs, eventually raised beds back there. And then that'll be the kids area, and then just stuff in the center of the garden. I do want to make kind of a focal point, and I think this year I've gone through a couple of different ideas. I'm doing like a spiral herb garden, but I think this year I want to do like a sunflower thing for the kids. I can't think of what they call them, but like almost like a sunflower teepee or something similar, and just a circle with sunflowers planted around, tie them together up at the top, and I think they would really enjoy that. So our garden is a blank slate right now. We are really hoping that it does well, and I feel like it will. It will. But yeah, so that's our yard at the moment, or our property at the moment. I'm not going to show you the blueberry bushes because nothing new has really happened with there and with anything in the backyard. But I can't wait to see how this place evolves. Rob told me the other day he would be happy if we just made this whole area right here just completely like just paths with stuff planted everywhere. So I am completely on board with that. But I do think, because we have a lovely fire pit that we have in the backyard, I do think I'm going to move it up front into the front yard, maybe closer over there, so it's like in between the garden. So it's in between the garden and the pasture, so that way we can sit around the fire this summer, watch the animals, look at our garden, and really be able to enjoy this space. So that's it. That's the plans we have right now. And thank you for watching. And hopefully the quality of this comes out pretty good, and I feel good uploading it so we can start doing YouTube videos again. All right, thanks guys. Take care.